daring to be more than ordinary. I was born to be brave, born to be brave.
Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's vlog, where today we're going to take a look at the room that I work in, my little studio.
Oh, you created me too. I was born to be brave.
So I've only just moved into this room. It used to be the garage at the back of our house, and a few months ago we started to make plans to convert it into a room where I could work from. I was working, sharing the room with my little daughter, so her cot was one end of the room and I was the other end of the room, and so it was very difficult as time went on to be able to sustain this, where I had boxes and boxes of things like merch and just random stuff that you need when you're traveling as a musician, and it was just crazy. I couldn't really write in the room because it was so cramped. I was just wedged into a corner, and so having this idea to create a space in our garage was fantastic, and finally we have it finished. It's 4 walls of basically filled in, and then a skylight window above my head here to let in some natural light. And we've kind of done it so that on the outside it looks like a normal garage, and then you go through 2 doors and you come in to this room here.
I was born to be brave.
Lots of people ask me, what do you do with your time as a musician, and how do you earn money? And so I thought it would be helpful to just lay out some things that I do every day, or try to do regularly, so that you have an idea of what my life looks like. It's certainly not dull, it's certainly very busy, and there's so much to do. So here goes.
My mind is made up.
I work 4 days a week, and then I have 1 day where I'm looking after our little daughter. So I work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then any weekend work as well, so gigs or whatever else might be happening that I can't fit into those 4 days. Some days I'll work long days, but mostly I work from about 9 or 9:15 when I come back from dropping her off through till 6. During this time, I try and start my day by doing some songwriting. I've found that if I don't do this, I never do it in the day, and you end up focusing on all the business side of things, which is great, but you forget and neglect your craft. So I've started this new routine this week where I get in, and the first thing I do is I write, and I spend between an hour or an hour and a half writing, and I've learned to not put pressure on myself in these times. So if it doesn't go well, it's all about creating space to create. And I think as creatives it's so easy to kind of put pressure on ourselves to create for a project. But I think as you start to create naturally, you start to see common themes, and you start to see, oh well, actually this could fit into a project. I then normally have a tiny break, go back into the house, come back again, and I do some vocal exercises. These are really important for me because I've lost my voice in the past and I need to maintain vocal health. So I go through 25 minutes of vocal exercises just as a regular exercise to keep my chords in shape, to remind myself, to refocus myself. And then I might do some extra practice depending, but that's generally the focus, those exercises and working on stuff like that. I like to keep a regular check on all that's going on with my social media, particularly Spotify, YouTube, and a few other parts of social media, where I can kind of keep a focus on what's connecting, what are people into, what vlog should I do next, all those sorts of things.
As I cast my eyes to the stars.
At the start of every month, I like to have a planning meeting with myself, where I'll sit down for maybe an hour and plan out the month, and then put it on the blackboard, which is behind you in front of me, with kind of some big heading goals for the month. So for this month I've got some goals like I want to restart my Facebook Live gigs because they've been really fun and I've really enjoyed them, and I want to connect with people more there, so that's one of the goals. I want to book 10 gigs in this month. I also want to plan some tours for Germany and the Netherlands, so there's plenty of things going on there. I also want to finish off some filming that we've been doing for months, and it needs to be finished for a new music video. So all these things add up, but it's really good to have those focuses. And then I look at breaking that down into my week. Bookings is a big part of what I have to do. If I want to play, a lot of my money comes from playing live and merchandise, so I need to make sure that I'm continually putting myself out there. Gigs don't just fall in your lap, you have to ask people and connect with people. So I spend probably a day a week on bookings. That's probably the least exciting part of what I do because it's quite administrative heavy, but it's really essential for making sure that I'm playing live and connecting with people.
Take me deeper too.
I've spent a lot of the winter booking festivals, so you'll hear about those in a few months' time, but I'm lined up for quite a few festivals this year, which is really exciting, mainly in Europe and the UK. And I did obviously Festival 1 in January in New Zealand. But you know, spending time going through the spreadsheets, building a spreadsheet and doing all that kind of stuff, which is quite administrative heavy, but important to do, and bookings as well. So I spend quite a lot of time making sure that I'm planning my diary, I've got gigs lined up for each month, and that I'm earning enough through live events. As you know, because you're watching this vlog, I try and also spend some time developing my YouTube channel and connecting with you and sharing my journey. It's kind of a new thing for me, and I'm still learning how to film properly and edit well, and you know, I'm so needing help with all these things, but I think it's really important to document some of the journey, and this is part of it. So doing a vlog every week, that tends to be in the kind of Monday, Tuesday part of my week. I enjoy connecting with people, co-writing with people, particularly good friends. I love the kind of planning side of things and strategy. I really enjoy when we're about to release some new merch or some new music and all of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes for that. That's really super exciting. I love planning things like live videos, all of that sort of stuff. That's really fun. The stuff that's quite dull but you have to do, finance and the booking side of things, that's less interesting, but it's really, really essential for what we do.
Silence is the enemy.
As a musician, I think it's really important to have lots of different revenue streams. So your live kind of stuff, your merchandise, which includes CDs. CDs are now merch in my view. Then your streaming and your downloads, royalties. I'm involved with Patreon, so some of my amazing supporters back me on Patreon, where they give a little bit of money every month to see me create more videos like this and write songs. And if you want to get involved with that, please check out my Patreon page. You can give as little as $1 a month, so it's really easy to get connected with it, and I share new music and new ideas that I'm doing every month with my backers. I could be involved in, recently I've been focusing on the vinyl and making sure that Vulnerability gets on vinyl, so liaising with the manufacturers, making sure the artwork's up to scratch, and all that kind of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. I think as an independent artist, you've got to have that kind of entrepreneurial spirit. So this is why I love this space, because it's a place for me to create, it's a place for me to plan and strategize, it's a place for me to try things out. Behind me you'll see I've got all the merch, CDs, t-shirts. You know, you're kind of starting things like a clothing range, which is totally surprising for me when I first started out, but it's all part of it. And creating things that people are going to love, things that are unique, things that are kind of one-offs. You know, I don't want to do a run of 1,000 t-shirts, I only want to do a run of maybe 50 to 100 t-shirts which are unique, and then when they're gone, they're gone. All those sorts of things really help, and those who are really into the music and want to follow it do love to buy the unique products that we have and support us at the same time. Of course, for me, being an independent artist, it really matters that I connect with people and that people are impacted by the songs. I don't want to just write songs and kind of be navel gazing. I want to write stuff that changes people's lives. I want to write music that honours God. I want to write music that changes culture, and to do that I couldn't do it without you. So I'm so pleased and encouraged that you've even taken the chance to watch this vlog, me in this garage in Cambridge, you know, and connect with something which I'm doing. And when you come out live to see me play, when you come to anything from a house gig through to some venues, you know, I so appreciate it. And I would love to hear from you what you would like me to do as well, where you'd like me to play. Perhaps you'd like me to do a tour somewhere that I've never been before. I'm planning to go back to Germany and the Netherlands for sure, but maybe there's other places as well that I need to go. If you tell me about it and there's enough interest in it, I will come and play in that place. I'd love to do more in the UK as well, UK tour, something like that. So again, if there's towns or cities in the UK particularly where you think, hey, it would be great for you to come and play there, and there's a great venue to play or a house that you'd like us to play in, that's the sort of thing I really love hearing about. And I'm so thankful for all the creatives who've joined me on the journey, who've kind of made it possible for me to do things like filming better videos. There's a team of us at the moment who are working on a video with Born to Be Brave, and I can't tell you everything about it, but needless to say, it has taken days and days and days to film, and even more days to get the props and to get everything perfect for this video. But when it comes out, I can't wait to show it to you, not just because it looks really cool, but because it's taken so many people to make this happen, and a team of probably 10 to 15 people who have volunteered their time and made a crazy video with me, which I just love that people are willing to do that sort of thing with me. And I'm always on the lookout for new creative expressions to express the music in art form as well. I've tried to divide this room up so that it has a mix of planning and strategy, storage for merch, and space to create. That's the three core things for this space. And if I get it right, hopefully those things will all mash up together. It's not a studio per se, in the sense of it's not a properly soundproofed recording studio. It's more of a writing room when it comes to creativity. Thanks again for watching this week. I would love to connect with you, hear your thoughts. Please leave comments below and share this with friends if you think there's any friends that would be interested in what we're doing. And I look forward to sharing more with you soon.